Hello, everyone. Happy afternoon or whatever time of day you're watching this. So, I wanted to come on today and talk about how to go beyond the basics in your practice. Maybe you are someone who is ready to exit the traditional work world and enter in the energy healing world with all of us, and that's amazing. But then there might be this certain element of where the hell do I start? And that's kind of where my quantum shift program was actually born. Um, Last summer in 2022, I privately trained two quantum hypnotists, basically mentored them, taught them everything I know. And as that started to happen organically, I had so much other interest beginning to develop for me to share my knowledge with people that are in this profession. So it's a great course if you're a Reiki healer and you took a weekend course and you're like, I don't know how to actually help someone make a shift. That's okay. That's why we're here. So the program is QSM is a development program and a certification program that develops you both personally and professionally. And then at the end, you are a qualified quantum hypnotist. So you'll be able to offer quantum healing sessions in your own practice. It's an investment that will pay dividends, absolutely. The program was created through research, science, and practice in experience with hundreds of clients. I started my practice originally back in, I think, 2017. I've been doing energy healing for ages, since I was a little kid, basically, and finding out now that that's what I was doing. But yeah, so the program has a lot of different elements of research, science, and real experiential practice with people, and we've seen the results, and everything that goes in this program is solid information. You can ask anyone who's been through it. They absolutely love it, and it expanded them in huge ways. So in this program, you are going to go from feeling a lack of confidence, feeling like you can't really do this, to full confidence and empowerment that you don't have to solve your clients' problems, but we do lead them in a specific way. And this is really going to teach you how to do that without going to school to be a therapist. And not that we're doing therapy, but it's you're learning a lot of the same things that therapists learn to do their profession, and we're applying that to how that applies to energy healers, because a lot of this stuff, a lot of this knowledge is going to really set you apart as a healer, because 99% of metaphysical healers don't know all of this information. And it's not to say we're better than them. Absolutely not. We're all important, and we all have something to contribute. But the nature of this information and this program is that there's no way you're going to be able to go through this program without a huge expansion process, personally and professionally. So if you're feeling drawn to this program, please keep watching and see what this program has for you, so you can decide whether or not this is going to be a good fit for you at this time. So the program uses combinations of different types of energy healing techniques, hypnotherapy, techniques, pranic healing, and creativity also. It's like we use our own creativity in our healing work. We are in the healing arts. So there is a certain level of creativity that we have to open up and embody to make the biggest difference for our clients, because it's that creative energy that helps us find solutions and ultimately helps us heal. So the whole point of all of this program is that through all of these techniques, universal life energy, energy healing techniques, hypnosis techniques, transpersonal therapies, unconditional positive regard for our clients, as well as keeping our own energy in a good spot, maintaining our own energy, maintaining our own spiritual practices and mindfulness, because that is absolutely key. We have to do this work to do this work. And through all of that, it is possible to reach the full realization of our true nature, align with our soul's purpose, and create health, wealth, and perfect self expression. So, this program is a program of empowerment and expression and creating health for years to come. You know, it's like a lot of people in our country spend a lot of money on alcohol and drugs and escapes, and that's fine. But if you were to put that time and that energy and that money into learning and changing the way you see yourself and the way that you relate to the world around you, that's priceless. Absolutely. So that's what this program does. It helps you expand so you can help others expand. And I really built this program with that ripple effect in mind, that this program is going to be benefiting people in either direct or indirect ways, even after my physical body is gone, right? So I just really wanted to create a space that people can learn this stuff and raise their confidence levels and work with their peers and put this stuff to practice. And in order to truly help someone make a big shift, we have to have the components of physical healing, psychoanalytic, behavioral, humanistic, and transpersonal. But a lot of healing programs only focus on one or two aspects. We want to bring all of those aspects in. We want to at least be aware of the hows and the whys of what's going on at a physical level for the client, what's going on a psychoanalytic level, the unconscious mind and root causes of energy blocks, and then also the behavioral, which is using conditioning to change a behavior that is caused by those bioenergetic blockages. Then the humanistic perspective, we've evolved beyond, we have more and bigger and higher needs than a rat does or a dog or a cat does. We're humans. So how do we work with that in a humanistic way? And then also ultimately we're going to be learning how to go beyond the physical and the mental and actualize at the highest spiritual levels. So we're going to learn about um, the ego as a coping mechanism. And as long as we're in these human bodies, we're always going to have an ego. But how do we see beyond that? Because we are so much more. We're going to learn also, you're going to learn how to know what you're fishing for when you first meet a potential client and what pieces are you looking for, like what's actually something we need to do something with and what is just noise, and how do we integrate that in a beautiful and graceful way that's going to benefit the client to their highest benefit. We do inner child, inner family work, telepathic integration, communication, and the psychic realm. You're going to learn how to help people communicate with others on the psychic realm and the causal plane. It's a good way to help resolve conflict. That can help them communicate with the resources they have, like spirit guides. How do we connect with our guides? How do we help clients connect with their guides? We learn about shamanic ritual and how we use that in our healings today. And it's not saying that we're shamans, because we're not shamans, but there's certain things we can embody in our own practice that we do learn from shamans. We learn how You will learn how to do soul retrievals. That's we're all born with an essential essence of who we are, and throughout life, when trauma happens, certain aspects of us, of our true essence, gets broken off, and we lose that aspect of ourselves. So we work in a lot of different timelines. We work in the future, we work in the past to retrieve aspects that we need to live our life better and more enjoyably today. You're going to learn what type of things are we looking to elicit during the session, how to help people find their own answers, which I think is so valuable, because you can go get a reading, you can go get a Reiki session done and have the practitioner tell you what they're picking up on. But what's really, really powerful is when the client sees and experiences that imagery in themselves. You're going to learn how to do this, how to lead them to them finding their own answers. We're going to learn coaching processes. We're going to learn the nature of the mind and enlightened experience. We're always going through this enlightened experience, but we experience that to the degree that we have things in between us and that true enlightened experience. And we kind of forget that when we're caught up in our programming. So, how do we untangle that and really help people? Now, what else? I'm trying to think of what else you would like for me to share that's in the program. We learn how to pace with our clients, with working with them exactly where they're at, getting into their world, really understanding them by working with their energy and not against it. We learn how to become empowered guides, much like shamans. We learn how to create that shamanic healing space and help people tap into their own resources. We learn about all of the founding fathers of hypnosis, energy healing, shamanism as we know it today, and their contributions, because that's so important in understanding a lot of this stuff, is kind of how it was came across. We learn NLP, an introduction to neuro-linguistic programming. So how do we create languaging that is going to positively affect our neurology, our nervous system? We're going to learn the foundations of how to induce and monitor these hypnotic trance states. And I really want everyone to get such a solid foundation with inducing that level of relaxation recognizing where the client is at, like, are they relaxed enough to do certain types of work? That foundation is important because it's going to build on that with every other protocol that we review. So you will have practice sessions. This program's not for everybody because it does take commitment. You do need to commit to 6 months of study with us. You do need to commit to at least 2 to 3 hours a week, if not 4 hours a week, between the study, the group session, and the practice sessions. But you're going to learn so much. You're going to expand so much. It really is up to you. And how do you control your own energy so you have your boundaries and your energy is centered and you're not getting pulled in all of these different directions away from your focus and what you truly want to do for people? So all of these things are things you're going to learn. We're going to learn about the different departments of the mind, the conscious, subconscious, unconscious, the physiological signs that the client is getting relaxed, the type of languaging we use, the guidelines for the induction, different techniques to deepen the trance, what to do to help integrate after the client comes out of the trance. Um, we're going to learn how to do self-healing sessions, and we learn how to do it on ourselves first in practice. And then these are things that we teach our clients how to do to really empower them. We don't want them dependent on us. We want to teach them tools for healing that is going to help them throughout their entire life. One shift shifts everything. You're going to learn how to journey in the psychic realm, again, having the client find their own answers, experience their own energy, imagery, all of that. We're just guiding them. Within the world of journeys, there's psychic communication, there's energetic alchemization, there's communication and contact with spirit guides, there's reclaiming power from the past. How do we go to a past timeline, shift things so we can look at it in a whole new way? That's reframing. So, how do we do that? Um, we're learning how to help people journey for resources, how to develop relationships with their spirit guides. We're learning all about archetypes. What do these images represent that are coming through in these journeys? We learn about how people form complexes, how the same event, you and I are going to react completely differently based on our past and our experiences and our programming. So, how do we get to the bottom of that and truly heal it? That's all things that you're going to learn. We go over the different possibilities of types of archetypes, the anima, animus, in Jungian psychology. We learn about animal spirit guides, ascended masters, how to communicate with departed loved ones in this state. So it really is going to open up worlds for you. You are not going to be the same person coming out of this program as the person that went in. You're going to grow in so many ways. You're going to expand. You're going to just your presence by expanding this much energetically is going to heal people around you. And you're also going to learn how to keep this a sustainable practice for yourself, because we don't want to take on too much from what's going on with our clients. Um, We also learn how to be a part of the support process with addictions, weight issues. Of course, the client, we're part of a holistic plan of them healing. So we can't do it all. They're going to need support from other places. But how do we know what's our place? And also, what's very important that we do cover is the problem solving techniques. So there's going to be times when you don't want to go on one of these soul journeys, or it's not safe, or we don't want to re traumatize people. So you're going to become trauma informed through this process too, because if you're not, we could end up doing more harm, and we definitely don't want that. So you're going to learn how to know what you should and shouldn't do. What is your role? What are some ways that we can help people feel safer? And what are some ways we can help people feel better now without necessarily needing to go back and reliving some sort of trauma? We're going to learn all about different techniques of illuminating light, different ways to bring up suppressed emotions and let them begin to express. How you learn how to do past life regression journeys where the client is experiencing their past life on that older timeline, and learn those lessons and integrate them into their life now. We do a very in-depth study into the chakra system. We find how to find imbalances and how to deal with that in a very empowering way, and different clues of behavioral things going on with the chakras, spiritual things, and physical things that all might manifest in certain ways. So we really go in depth with our learning of how the entire human energy field works, and all of the nuances that come with that, all of the different layers of the aura and different healing that occurs in each one of those layers. And we're also going to learn about cord cutting, intuitive chakra reading, balancing. We're working with the pendulum. We're going in doing shadow work, because although the shadow contains all of those things that we'd rather disown about ourselves, yeah, it also contains our biggest gifts. So it's important. And we learn how to find our shadow, how to work with that, the dynamics within that, the how projection works, how um the purpose of the shadow work. What are we looking for? What are some assignments that you can give to your clients? How do dreams play into shadow work? Stuff like that. By the end of the course, you will have so many tools that you'll have this big toolbox where you might need to pull one or two tools out, or you might need to pull all of them out. But you'll have that confidence to discern that. So if you are interested in this program, if it sparked your intuition, you're feeling like this is something that is really going to help you in life and in your practice, then definitely fill out an application form for the program, and that's completely no obligation. So just if you fill out an application, set up a call with me to explore it more and what that looks like for you, and so we can get to know each other and see if it's a good fit. If you're feeling drawn right now, that's your higher self saying there's a lot of potent information here, and that's leading you there. So it's no obligation, but at least give yourself that courtesy of letting yourself explore it if you're feeling intuitively drawn, because every student that has been through the entire curriculum and has graduated has had leaps and bounds of spiritual growth in their practices, just really enjoying life a lot more through these more expanded lenses. So I really would love to talk to you if you're feeling intuitively drawn. And like I said, it's not for everyone. This program is for a very specific type of person. And if you're resonating with this, then you're most likely that type of person, right? But it's not even for all healers. It's for those that are ready and willing to go deeper, and they're ready and willing to commit to this. I'm not going to be dealing with wishy-washy, like you might do some or might, it's like you're either all in or all out. So if you are feeling like you want to be all in and you are up for this growth and expansion, and you're truly ready to take things to the next level, please contact me, reach out in a message. If you have any questions, fill out that form. I'm going to put it down in the comments. And I look so forward to talking to you if this is something that you think could help your practice and your life be a better environment. So thank you so much, and blessings to you all around. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, rest of your evening, and please reach out if you want to learn with us. We want you to be with us here. So talk soon.